broke the curse.
Yeah, I do love the new drone, but I am always a little afraid of like, don't sink it. Like, goodbye, a couple of $1,000. And this is the perfect day with kind of light winds to test that out. So yeah, first flight under sail in a very long time.
Speaking of light winds, we are not going very fast, which is probably also why the sails didn't look that full. They were, you know, a little baggy maybe, not quite as tight as we would have.
It's not even like the edge of the sail is still a little crumpled, so like it's just enough wind that we're moving, but not enough wind to like give the sail its full shape.
So it's like a 14-mile sail to Man o' War Bay, which is where we're heading, and we can get there in 6 hours if we sail. Or we can get there in about 2 hours if we kick on one engine and just sort of motor sail.
You can either spend all day putting along, or we can get there and we can go for a swim and enjoy some of the day.
I think I want to go for a swim and enjoy some of the day.
Yeah, I mean, because summer's over. This is autumn, people. We're not going to have many more nice days to enjoy, so we have to take advantage.
That would be the dream, though, if we had an electric motor of some sort to just sort of quietly push us this little, 1 hour with enough battery and so, yeah.
Yep, and because we've got enough sun.
Yes.
It would,
could actually
potentially this is the perfect
e-motor the whole way.
Perfect example where an electric motor would work 100%.
Okay, kick on that. What does Kent call it?
The iron wind.
The iron wind.
Yeah. We are headed to Man o' War Bay, which is on the island of Waiheke. But last time we were here, we only had 36 hours because we were having a big wind shift and it kind of kicked us out of there. But this time, well, the weather's just right. And Man o' War Bay is at the very tip of the island, and there is a dinghy-up winery. So that's a must. And then there are a couple of other little islands just off of that are supposed to be absolutely gorgeous. One of them is supposed to be a nature reserve, and everybody says you cannot miss it.
To motoring, yeah, the wind has completely died down. It is glassy, glassy, glassy. So I just put the sail away, but that's okay. We're almost there. Look at how glassy that is.
So you're thinking somewhere right around the 24?
Yeah.
Looks good. We've got a beach. We've got rocks. I'm sure there's something under there.
We got water. We got sun.
Check, check, check.
Yeah. Put on that wetsuit and jump in.
That's right. Yes, wetsuits. Yeah. These shades are like the best investment we have made for the cockpit. And you can still see. Very important. And easy to slide out of the way. Perfect. I'm hoping we'll see something living right there among those rocks. There'll be something down there. Do we?
We have connectivity. Should be good enough. It's good enough to download weather. It should be good enough for a Zoom chat.
All right. So, quick chat with a patron, and then we play.
Hey, Cecil,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. I hope I didn't make you guys stop at the wrong place because of this.
Excited about my swim, but I'm also very excited about getting to show off my new wetsuit Because, well, our last ones, those were the first wetsuits we ever bought, only ones we've ever owned. They are now really old, 14 years old, 15 years old. I don't even know. I don't want to think about it. But they weren't so very effective or efficient anymore. And this is, I mean, first of all, how cool is this one? I think it's pretty rad. Anyway, this is my rad new suit. It's called Spring Suit, so it's 2 mil, but it's supposed to be very efficient. It is limestone-based neoprene, so eco-friendly, great for free diving, lots of movement, very comfortable, easy to put on. This is not promo. I'm just very excited. Not sponsored. This is Jason's rash guard and pants.
And my camera. This is all that matters.
That's right.
So I can stay a little bit warmer than her, so I think I can stay in just as long, even though I have 0 mil here and like a 1 or 2 mil here.
Yeah.
'Cause she's a wimp.
What?
Jump in? Okay.
Shortest stay ever.
Yeah. Just calling a swim. I flicked the knot log, so hopefully that'll work. Check the bottom. It's a little bit of growth, only a couple little tiny barnacles, but looks okay, I think. Props look fine.
From what you can see.
Yeah, yeah, whatever was this far in front of me. Well, we're not staying here because it's not exactly a great spot for when the wind picks up.
It was a swimming spot,
Yeah.
not a stay overnight spot.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but we're only a mile and a half from Manowar Bay. We'll get there, have a good night, and then tomorrow, hopefully go to the Dinghy Up Winery. Here. It's supposed
The
to be a
winery must be right there. I can hear music. And we were just right over there. Tonight's dinner, veggie burger, and sweet potato fries. Crew meeting.
Our plans have changed. We are ruled by Mother Nature, and unfortunately this winery here is only closed on 2 days, and it happens to be the 2 days that the weather is right. So we can't go to the winery. We can't restock our wine, but that's okay. Instead, we're gonna take the dinghy down to Rotoroa Island.
Just the little nature preserve.
That's the nature preserve. We figure it's better to take this little 2-mile trip in the dinghy than try and move the big boat, because basically tomorrow the wind's gonna completely change here.
Today, our wind is coming from this direction, which means we have good protection from this land. But tomorrow, it's gonna be coming from straight out there, right in, which means we're gonna be getting a lot of chop and swell rolling right into our anchorage.
So we'll go on a little walkabout today, and when the wind shifts tomorrow, put the sails up and figure out where we're going next.
In New Zealand, you have to wear a life vest if you are on a boat smaller than a certain, yeah, insert size. So when you're on the dinghy, you're supposed to wear them. And it's just funny because I'm not used to seeing us in them, but these are the ones that we keep in the dinghy for just in case. And yeah, we wear them while we're in New Zealand because that's the law. We left just in time to catch the rain. Perfect. While we wait out the rain, where are we?
We are at Rotoroa, an island just outside of Waiheke, obviously. The history here is pretty fascinating. So the island was bought over 100 years ago by the Salvation Army, and they mostly used it to rehabilitate men that were suffering from alcoholism. And it was that way for many years, and now it's owned by a trust, and they're trying to rewild the land, bring back several of the birds, which you can hear in the background. Lots of trees, plants, pahudikawa trees, kaori trees. We're gonna go through a nice little walk through some of the trails up here and have a look about, and maybe the rain will stop. Maybe.
You can build a treehouse inside there.
Yeah. Man, it's like take your hat off, babe.
That is what reforesting or rewilding farmland looks like. All those little dots are trees. And then if we look off in the distance, there's an island that has not been rewilded. What a difference.
By the way, this is Tower View North.
Oh, manuka. Smells so good.
Birdsong just sounds so lovely, and it just makes me smile. Just a happy little singing songs.
The little information cards they have inside the exhibition center says you are unlikely to see a copper skink. I have a really good eye for spotting lizards, snakes, snails, slugs, and mushrooms. Those are my things. And also, National Geographic, if you want to hire me, I would be willing to accept a position. What was I just talking about?
Shrooms.
Shrooms! All right, let's get one of these bad boys. Look at that. Hands are all rust colored now. Wow. It's a laughing gem. It is toxic. There are certain varieties that are edible, but I'm not familiar enough with these local species, so we don't really tempt that. No need. But fun to identify and learn about them.
And they're just the cutest little birds. They just sit there and clean themselves and sing. It's always nice to have visitors like that.
Oh, ain't you so cute? These little fantails, they always seem so flirty because they will get really close and they'll fly all around and dance around in front of you.
Yes.
You chose that dance. I like them. I think they're one of my favorites. Funny, it's just like the other one. It looks like it would be clear and beautiful, but the further you go in, you start to lose sight of everything. So it's not bad, it's just you can't see through.
Well,
we've got some work to do.
Stayed a little longer than expected. Ooh, and the wind is...
Yeah, starting to pick up. So we actually do have to go, which means we cannot wait around 3 hours for that to come back on. Okay.
Say it's over, my friend. How long?
Big dinghy, big engine, really good for the islands. But here, the tides are too high, beaches are too rocky. Woo! Man, it's a hard work. It's a hard work.
Our wind is here.
Yeah, time to sail. It's here and it's gonna move to here. It's gonna be a nice sail. 15 knots, just mwah. At least that's what I hope.
Right? Famous last words.
I'm thinking about tomorrow. Don't worry, that's a motto. So we keep moving along. Dropping down the Cabo in the sunburned Eldorado. Don't worry, that's a motto. So we keep moving along.
Got bumpy and windy fast. What's going on?
It's just all the water getting pushed into this one bay, and it's loads of current. You got arrows going this way, arrows going that way, all sorts of stuff happening in here. The knot log is fouled up, so we are not experiencing an 8-knot drift. I can guarantee you that much. But we are going about 8 knots of speed, and I think that's why that's there. I came in right as you were done.
Scared me too. I was like, oh, something's wrong. Traveler's done. Sorry.
Yeah, alright.
I can pretend.
We're gonna have to jive in like 15 minutes anyway, so you'll get to move it all the way to the other side. Time to jive.
Time to jive.
Jive turkey.
No. I think we should take the reef out of the mainsail.
I think we're safe.
Yeah, a little slack on the main. Okay, it's off.
Good?
Good. Okay, I see it. Just got some pressure on it.
Got a little lunch going here, which I didn't show any of the prep for. Sorry about that, but I can tell you what's in it. We've got some wheat bulgur with garlic, cilantro, salt, pepper, fresh tomatoes, red bell peppers, lentils, topped with some avocado, pickled jalapenos, and a sauce that is made out of yogurt and chipotle hot sauce, all stirred up. That's it.
7.4, 7.5! Hey! Lunch, thank you. We're super lazy sailing downwind. We didn't want to put out the Spinnaker, or we were like contemplating on whether we should or not. Hey, 7.7, holy crap. So we're kind of lazy downwind sailing, and it's working.
It's working.
I can't believe it. And now you just made my day.
I know.
Thank you.
I do think it has a little something to do with the new sails.
Yeah.
Because we didn't used to get this good a performance.
No, definitely downwind we'd be lucky to do 5 like this, and now we're doing 7.
Yeah.
So, cool.
It's shape and the bigger mainsail,
Yeah,
I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Good call. I'm gonna eat, is that alright?
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
Or should I wait?
No, I mean, here, we'll all watch it.
Oh, baby, that's good. Oh, he's up front. Woohoo! Hey guys! Sorry, we're going real slow.
Not very exciting.
We're not very excited. They're so fast.
Leisurely stroll pace for them. It's nothing. You're so cute. I love you. Almost got straight on that one. It's like they're dancing with the boat, you know? Like you just swim right up underneath. Oh, it's like when they're big friends.
Oh, upside down.
I think that was it. We started going slower and they got bored. I don't blame them. That was fun.
Downwind is the best sailing by far for comfort, but also with light winds and downwind, you hear all the squeaking. But the sounds down here are so nice. And then the really sad thing about today is it is not a good angle for solar. Look at that. All in shadow.
Pretty well set in my ways. Don't fall for the latest craze, it's a scam. Not as sexy as I once was. Don't care about cool cause I'm an old man.
Our wind has shifted just a little bit further, which means we can't continue to sail and make any decent headway. We have to put the current sails away so we can put the Spinnaker up.
You're a boy, you're a wide-eyed boy. Boy, boy, she's a wild girl. Oh yeah. It's a joy, it's a childlike joy. Like a kid with a shiny new toy. Oh yeah.
It's my favorite sail! She's such a beauty. It's my favorite color, yellow. It's happy. So now we're right on course, and we're doing 6.5 knots as to where before we were only doing like 4.5, 5. This is a big improvement. So we only have 9 knots of wind, and typically with the mainsail and the Jenna, we can only get about half of our wind speed. Spinnaker downwind usually can outperform by a little bit. So that is why we are doing 6.5 knots and only 9 knots of wind.
Hey, I have this idea for a thumbnail, and we're all backlit, so I thought,
Spinnaker. Ridiculous.
Classic.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything's backlit.
Yep. Well, we've made our way back to Gulf Harbour Marina for 2 reasons. One, because we are going to have a meetup with our patrons on Sunday, so we needed to be here for that. And because next week it looks like there is some cyclonic activity happening, and well, we should go ahead and secure ourselves a good spot for that, just in case it turns really gnarly, then we know we're in a good spot. That's it. We have arrived at our destination. We need to take the sail down. Wah, wah.
Lovely sail, though.
It was. It was a nice day.
Very nice.
Good to be able to sail.
Ah! What are the rolly Polly say?
Oppa!
Oppa! Oppa!
Tuck and roll! Oppa! Hey! Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next Sunday.